Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49er offense coming out here for the first time, led by their quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo, 5th season with the 49ers, 8th overall in the National Football League. They'll run on first down. It's Mitchell. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Wentz. He'll get this off to Taylor. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And all the way down to the 29.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
A run there on 1st down, and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Tackle made by Zaire Franklin. On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So, Charles, this defense in for a tough matchup. What do you think the game plan is here tonight?
Well, I think the game plan is the same as most, which is, hey, pass rushers, do your job. Coverage guys, do your job. And the linebackers are going to be a mix. Sometimes they'll drop in coverage. Sometimes they'll pressure the quarterback. But all in all, you never want to let that quarterback get a string of completions going, because if so, they're hard to deal with, and it makes for a long evening.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That's into the hands of Dwelly. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And this one will be brought back to the 22. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Now throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards there, a big one.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. That ball is caught. It's Doyle. Touchdown, Colts. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon. And he is behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Here's Sanu on the catch. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. Back deep for the Colts, Naheem Hines. Taken in at the 22. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
54, mark, 54, mark. Check, check, mark 54, mark 54. Man, we got to get this stop here, D. Under,
On second down, it's Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The third running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, third most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 22. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Now Wentz. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Nick Bosa had an outstanding freshman campaign in 2019 with a 9-sack season and was named Defensive Rookie of the Year. Went down with a knee injury in Week 2 last year, and the Niners' fortunes seemed to sag right along with it.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Terrific running there to start the drive as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And Sermon is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this returnable for Hines. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Looking deep for Hilton. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. 36 yards on the play.
T.Y. Hilton wakes up every day, a big play waiting to happen. Been doing it ever since college.
Florida International there, he broke all the receiving records.
Do you know the first time he touched the ball at FIU? It was a touchdown.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, and he predicted it as well. There's no doubt about T.Y. Hilton, and that's one of the reasons we see him make the catches we just saw there. He competes for the ball as well as anyone.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 70 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach.
Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On first down, Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Wentz now on first down. He goes right back the way of Hilton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Now Wentz. And the catch made by Hilton. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Working from the gun, Wentz buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Down to the 25. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the gun, it's Wentz. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was third down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Darius Leonard, the All-Pro, in on the tackle. On second down, another shot for Sermon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And we take some time to spotlight T.Y. Hilton now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On second down, it's Hines. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Finding some room at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 90 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Wentz now on 1st down. Caught left side by Hilton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. On the handoff, Taylor. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The give to Taylor. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. But now it's 3rd and goal. Now Wentz. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Colts have got it on cruise control.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Working with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo is in trouble. Goes. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
And this one brought in by Sanu. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down. To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete to Dwelly, his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. Now a handoff, Sermon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Defense. Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards there and a Niner 1st. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers! Jimmy Garoppolo, a touchdown pass to Brandon Ayuk. And the 49ers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, to be frank, just a dominating performance. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possessions so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 135 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. Taylor be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now Taylor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete here to Doyle. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The offense on third down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
This to Hines on the drop-off. Touchdown, Colts! Nyheim Hines, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Now Garoppolo. This to the outside. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
The 49ers traded up to snag Brandon Ayuk at pick 25 in the 2020 draft out of Arizona State. He was in and out of the lineup a little bit in his rookie year. Only played in 12 games, but was awfully productive when he was out there with 60 catches. And there's another one, this time for a first down.
Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Sanu with a grab over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down at 4. Throwing now is Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Garoppolo on first down. Caught by Sanu. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost lost the football, and the Colts pick it up, weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, the 20, and they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They run once more with Taylor, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. A big offensive explosion.